All right.
It's always so difficult to get Craig in here. But yeah, all right, we're good. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me grab another Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I'm addicted to porn. Pouring myself an ice cold glass of Dr. Pepper.
And begin.
4 weeks, 5 films, 2 best friends, and a whole lot of kaiju. This is VGU's Into the MonsterVerse.
Good Lord. The good thing is, without fail, all of these begin with some kind of bit
Yes,
that's
I
completely
like starting with
unexpected.
bits. I record a podcast with my buddy Shane once, and immediately start off by shouting out Prime, like the Logan Paul drink or whatever. Just like shout out to our sponsors. Prime's like, no, we're not sponsored. We're not sponsored. I'm like, shout out to Prime. Thank you for sponsoring this episode.
Back when we used to do YouTube videos in high school, I would fucking every video I'd be like, yeah, today's episode is sponsored by whatever the fuck I had
Oh my
to.
god.
But you're a G Fuel drinker, actual
I do
enjoy it.
like G Fuel. Yeah, no, I have usually one in the morning when I like get in because it holds me over to like my meds kick in. It also
Okay,
just kind of tastes good, and sometimes I do need that extra boost because I'm just fucking exhausted after a hard day of engineering, and literally some days
yeah.
I just like, you know what, I could use a pick me up.
Is it better than any energy drink you enjoy?
I
Like
don't
that
feel
have
like
like your
shit after.
wow.
Yeah, it's not just something that's loaded with like caffeine and sugar. It's supposedly like, various mixes of vitamins and shit. I can't really explain it to you. Even if it's just a placebo, it works. So I'll fucking take it. I don't know. There's a Gundam
Wow.
flavor. Who cares? Like,
I like to think of you and me as a cohesive mix of vitamins and shit.
yeah, I think most people are like
Those people are.
vitamins and like some like other elements and stuff make up like people.
It's
Carbon
true.
based, you know?
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
Carbon based implies the existence of carbon cringe.
uh, uh,
Continue.
welcome to the MonsterVerse podcast, everybody. Hello and welcome. Today is episode 3, and it's a bit unorthodox because I am in the car and I sound like maybe not garbage,
Is
but
this
worse
three?
than
Did we
usual.
do Kong Skull Island and King of the Monsters in one? We did,
We
didn't we?
did Godzilla on Skull Island in one
Right, yeah, we did those all in one. Damn, we're good.
because Godzilla was bad. You had bad notes, and then Kong Skull Island you didn't have much because it was so
Because it
good.
was so good, yeah.
And it balanced out to a reasonably sized episode to introduce our heroes of the franchise,
Yeah.
like
The
Ford Brody.
yeah, like Ford Brody from the Bear. And
Ford Brody. No, what?
yeah, from the Bear. It's
Did you see my tweet about him?
yeah, I did, but then it was also confirmed he wasn't going to be 007.
Oh, it
Like
was okay. Good.
literally like less than 24 hours later it was like, no, it's not happening.
Okay, good. Because fuck that guy.
What? You don't like him? I mean, yeah, he sucked in the movie, but like in Godzilla, but like, I mean, what? One bad movie out of like how many great performances? Do you not
I
like
don't love him.
you
I
don't like
don't
it, guys?
love him.
Have you seen The Bear?
No, is he really in the bear?
Yeah, he's the bear. He's the main guy,
No, he's not. That's a
isn't he?
different guy.
Isn't no? Isn't it? Hold on. I might be stupid here.
No, that's a different dude.
Oh yeah, that's Jeremy Allen White. It's crazy. Who the hell is This
Another
is
three
this is
named
um
guy.
this is a Hydra in the action Bible situation for me. Yeah. Uh, my head hurts. Aaron Taylor John. See, they each have three names, so that's why I'm
Right.
confused, right? Because they're like
And
the same person to me.
do you
Um,
think Aaron Taylor Johnson and Anya Taylor Joy are the same like alien twins that came to Earth to penetrate Hollywood?
I don't know, but if Anya Taylor-Joy is an alien, then call me Commander Shepard.
Oh my god. Are you really?
Anya
Are you
Taylor-Joy?
for,
Yeah.
are you for real?
Because what? Okay, because he was in he was Kick-Ass.
Yes.
He was that
And
one character in The Winter Soldier.
he's Quicksilver.
Yeah, Quicksilver.
Not
Yeah.
he was in Civil War, right? I'm
He
sorry,
was in the
Ultron.
Kingsman. Huh.
Yes, he was.
He was in
And
Tenet,
he's
which I still
Craven.
haven't seen. Oh yeah, no, you know what I'm thinking of? Because he's Tangerine and Bullet Train, which makes up for literally everything. So
Oh, okay.
he's also in Craven the Hunter. He's going to be in that. Oh, he plays
Wait,
Craven.
so he's in Bullet Train, and the guy from this movie is in Bullet Train?
This movie in Bullet Train.
You said that the guy from isn't the Bernie the
Tyree Henry, Tyree. Yeah, yes, yeah, the conspiracy theorist guy. Yes, he plays there's Tangerine and was it Lemon is his partner or something?
so they're like
But
brothers in the movie?
they're what? Would you say what?
They're like a duo in
Yeah,
Bullet Train, and
they're
they
a duo.
change.
I think Tyree Henry plays his like adopted brother.
You know, I think
They're like an assassin duo.
okay. I think that my big grand finale to
Ryan
this
Tyree Henry.
MonsterVerse,
That was his first name.
my big grand finale to this MonsterVerse series is me watching Bullet Train by the next episode.
Honestly.
I think this is getting me to watch it.
But yeah, so Bullet Train. That's right. He's going to be in the new Godzilla movie. He's going to be in Transformers 1, which I don't think he should be voicing Megatron, but he's also such a good actor that I can see him actually doing well.
Ooh, Tyree Henry?
Yeah, he's going to voice Megatron in Transformers 1.
Opposite Channing Tatum as Optimus?
I have a lot of problems with
Or, who is it?
I have a lot of problems with. It's not. It's Thor, or it's his brother.
Right, Hemsworth.
It's one of them.
Liam
It's one of the Hemsworths. I have a lot of problems with that, unless if they're going with the. Can we talk about Godzilla?
We're tangentializing already. Welcome to the Into the Monsterverse podcast. My name is Graydon Webb. I'm joined by DJ Risio. We're gonna fucking talk about Godzilla vs. Kong.
And we're not gonna get sidetracked.
We're
It's
done.
not gonna happen.
We're fucking done. This is a movie
I'm
where
not
a
gonna
big
talk about The
lizard...
Sopranos for 45 minutes. We're gonna talk about Godzilla versus King Kong.
Fuck, I got back into watching Sopranos.
No. This is how it starts. This is how it
All
starts.
right. Big monkey fight big lizard. Go.
Yes. Okay. My first note of this movie is the opening is basically the exact opposite of King of the Monsters. So you know how King of the Monsters opens up in a house and it reveals they're in a jungle?
Yes.
This one opens up in a jungle and it reveals that they're in a dome.
That's true. Yeah, you did make a note of that it was like a contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I then have a note that says, "Whoa, I didn't know that deaf people were real. SMH, this kid is a paid actor."
Jesus Christ. Is the kid
deaf? No, she is, because when King Kong starts walking up to her, you hear it from her perspective, and it's like muffled, like heavily muffled.
No, I mean, like is the actress like actually deaf?
Can you Google that? I don't know actually.
Because I know in A Quiet Place that actress is actually deaf.
Oh, interesting. I don't actually know. Cast. I'm not gonna. I'm too lazy. I'm not looking this up. But yeah. I do like the little girl. She isn't like. I mean, she's like a decent part of it for Godzilla, but I like her though. I like her.
I like her too, but my main thing of this movie, because I will say I liked it better this time around, but I don't like Team Monkey. I think it's weird that like they're divided kind of into like teams, like human teams, And
That's
I don't
true.
like
I
either
didn't
one.
actually think of that, of how the people were sort of divided as well, actually.
Yeah.
Well, so who would be on Team Godzilla?
Millie Bobby Brown, Deadpool 2 kid,
Oh, right,
and
yeah,
Tyree Henry.
yeah. Which brings me to my next note of, is Millie Bobby Brown a Titan?
We never know.
Millie Bobby Brown is like far and away the worst part of this movie. She just
Hey,
showed
you
up for the
say that.
paycheck. She just showed
What?
up for the paycheck. She did not
Why
give a
do you
shit
think
about this
so?
role.
She did the same amount as in the last one.
She did way less. Is she? It's like, is she even trying to act in this movie?
Really?
Oh my god, yeah, no. So I'll say, I watched this and King of the Monsters like back to back.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's like she
And
just
the
showed up
clothes.
for the paycheck. I mean, I wasn't blown away by her in King of the Monsters. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, I don't know. You put a little bit more effort with this. Like, even my friends I was watching it with, they were like, is she trying? Like, why is she here? She clearly doesn't want to be.
Huh.
Like, yeah, no. Very disappointed that. I really think she was far and away the worst part of the movie.
You know who did show up for just a paycheck though was her dad, who was why was he in this movie?
Yeah, he was in it very briefly. He wasn't in it much.
It was so weird. Like I was like, oh, I know him this time around. Like when I saw him last time,
I actually would have liked more of him and less of her.
Yeah, he's kind of a better protagonist because he's got
I
that
will
whole
say
I don't trust
that
them.
Brian Tyree Henry and Deadpool 2 kid, whose name I'm blanking on, I loved. I've mentioned I love Brian Tyree Henry, but I love the Deadpool 2 kid. I love him so much I don't even know his actual name. He's the Deadpool 2 kid. First, middle, last name, Deadpool 2 kid. And he only has like 10 lines in the movie, but I like them all. I think he does good. I like him a lot in the movie.
Yeah, he's good. His comedic timing is very good. He's also from Hunt for the Wilder People, which is a movie I enjoy quite a bit.
Yes, I've heard of that.
Yeah, I recommend that. That's a Taika Waititi joint.
Oh.
Oh, you haven't heard of it?
No, I was kidding. I've never heard of that movie.
Oh, okay. Well,
so
you should check it out.
On my list.
I think it's him and the guy from Jurassic Park, Dr. Grant.
Well, going back to the Millie Bobby Brown situation, it's kind of weird that her character is like a conspiracy theorist now. And it's like, yeah, like her obsession with the Titans kind of tracks, but why is she talking about fluoride in the water?
Yeah, the bleach thing? Oh, no, the fluoride in the water.
No, both.
It's all very
really
odd.
weird, and like Tyree Henry is a new character, so it's like, okay, I can accept this. But Millie Bobby Brown's character becoming like a full blown like
she's Bryan Cranston.
It was just weird. But Bryan Cranston was still talking about the Titans, and the Titan obsession makes sense. But becoming a full blown like Alex Jones believer does not track to me. That does not track to me.
They're making the frogs gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a misconception, but sort of, yes, they are. That's a really fucked up story. I'll tell you later.
We need a tangent.
Yeah, we're not going on tangents. We're staying in line this time.
Monkey lizard, got it.
Yeah, but when Brian Tyree Henry showed up, I yelled, "It's him! It's the bullet train!"
Oh my god.
I point out that he's literally that other conspiracy theorist dude from like the first Transformers, who like the FBI raids his like grandma's house.
Yes, so
like, they're like the same character.
I was wrong about him being Anthony Anderson. He is not. You were talking about the guy who was his Witwicky's dorm.
Yes.
Okay, yes. I totally forgot about it.
Was it dorm? Because he lived with his grandma.
Oh.
But dorm that's college, which would be the second movie. Second or third.
Oh. So you're talking about the first one?
Yeah,
then that would be Anthony Anderson, I think. He was hanging out with the blonde girl.
Yes.
I think. And
you try to look up Transformers 1 cast, and you get the fucking
the robots.
You get Transformers 1. Like the upcoming one.
Oh,
like, no, that's not what I want.
Who cares
Don't call it Transformers 1. I hate this.
Rise
This
of the
is
Beast
Chickle. I'm
means
not watching
nothing.
this. I love Rise of the Beast. I love the movie. Anyways, yeah, he's him. The human story this time around is way less interesting, as I mentioned.
Uh-huh.
Probably due to the lack of Ken Watanabe. God rest his soul. Ken
Honestly,
Watanabe's not
yeah,
dead. I just miss him.
he was
Um,
very mixed, and any kind of monarch in this was. Well, hold on. Can I sidebar?
yeah.
What the fuck was his son doing there?
Yeah, his son, who I don't think is mentioned in King of the Monsters. It's just like, yeah, he has a son, by the way, and he's angry and he hates all the Titans because his father died, sacrificed himself to save them, and didn't really ever give him the attention he needed as a son. So he felt that he hated the Titans because his father seemed to like them more than him.
Yeah, it's
But
like,
his son was
and
like
none of
never
it's
mentioned before. In fact, I think it's only mentioned like in a very brief line that Ken Watanabe's character, Dr. Serizawa, was his father. I think it's all,
yeah.
or he just mentioned something about his father, and you just sort of have to assume.
No. He says the bad guy calls him Sarazawa,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it. And I was
He
like,
calls
what?
him Serizawa, and then in like a separate line, he mentions his father, and it's like, oh, okay. Um, but yeah, but like I don't think this son suddenly showing up is really that much of a detriment. It's like, yeah, I can accept that he had an estranged son. Okay, I can
Yeah,
accept
I
that.
just would like to know a bit more of why he like hated him, and maybe that's a comic thing. I know that there was a deleted scene that I found online of him like meeting the main guy, the Skarsgård guy, in a bar,
Yes.
and being like, "Hi, you worked with my dad," but they deleted that scene. So it's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I don't know why you're a bad guy, but okay.
This I meant to ask. This is your first time seeing this one. You've never seen this one before.
No, so I saw this when it came to Max because
Okay, yeah,
this
it
movie
was
was
day one,
2020,
Max.
2021, I think.
Hold on, I have the wiki page open here. 2021, yes.
Okay, it came to Max when it was like I want to say like the first big thing, unless that was like
Yeah,
Wonder
no,
Woman
I think for
84.
a lot of people it was, and it was like their most watched thing until like Mortal Kombat came.
Okay, and yeah, me and my dad watched it, and I liked it quite a bit. I have some original notes because this was the movie that made me want to make this podcast, and um, so I took notes on it back then, and then I kind of compared them to my new notes, and I have some notes that are my dad's quotes. And when I'm parked, I will read them. But
Okay.
but yeah, I remember not liking it, and now I didn't hate it. I
I
probably like
watched
it
it.
more than
I watched it
Godzilla.
with my buddy Kyle and his parents because I came over after work on a Friday and we had dinner. We all sat down in his living room and watched it, and had a really fun time with it. Because again, I don't take these movies too seriously. It just as long as they're like fun, you know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean. And
feel
this one's a little out there compared to the last with their anti-gravity cars, but it's also like Mecha Godzilla is there, so yeah, I can believe anti-gravity cars.
yeah, yeah. That's probably the most
And
jarring
we
thing.
mentioned this in King of the Monsters, how like they were starting to set up some like intense sci-fi technology. Like they
Yeah, like
already were starting to set this up. So it's not like entirely out of the blue.
the Orca exists, and I mean, you kind of assume that Monarch is ahead of their time with
Yeah.
what like their technology. But then, like in this, he shows up in Skarsgård's house, and he's like, "Look at this fucking hologram!"
Yes,
like,
yes.
like what?
Yeah. Um as a side note, I do want to point out that the director of this movie, he did direct the new one coming out. He also directed the Death Note on
Oh no,
Netflix, which is, terrible.
no, really?
It's very bad. Willem Dafoe is Ryuk though, and he does a very good job as
Yeah, he's pretty
Ryuk.
good. I've seen
But
a lot
yeah,
of
no,
stuff.
the rest of it is terrible. It's don't watch that.
I've seen quite a bit of it through like video essays.
I mean, like
It's kind of a
in my
mess.
opinion, I think it's Death Note itself is good, but it's kind of something that I kind of left in like edgy middle school.
Okay.
Um, but this adaptation is bad. Anyways, he's doing good stuff now though. He's doing good stuff
Yeah,
now because Godzilla versus Kong
yeah.
is a lot of fun. Um, like again with the sci-fi, and I do like the sci-fi like designs of things. Like I like their weird cars. I like Mecha Godzilla is my favorite Mecha Godzilla design. I think he looks so fucking cool.
Yeah, he's fucking huge.
Oh yeah, no, he's fucking massive.
He's bigger than Godzilla, and he's wrecked shop like he's just a monster.
Yeah, he's fucking massive. It's pretty awesome. One of my favorite things with this movie, especially leading up to it, was there were so many people who were like, yeah, Godzilla's gonna win because he's big monkey, and I'm like, you're stupid.
You mean Kong's
Godzilla's.
gonna win?
Yeah, sorry, they were saying Kong is gonna win. Yes, and I'm like, you're stupid. Godzilla's king of the monsters for a reason, and everything we've seen him done, because King Kong could not take Ghidorah. Let's just get that out of the way. And there's a reason King Kong gets absolutely fucking dog washed in this movie. He gets his shit pushed in, dude. He had to have a full blown like super powered axe to even have a chance, and even then it was fucking close. And then once that axe is gone, Godzilla straight up put him in the ground.
He killed him.
Okay, absolutely dog washed. A fraud.
Like
this is your goat? I think not. My big boy the iguana wins again.
Yeah, I remember the same thing, like the discourse amongst the VGU guys who was
no,
that
look, man, you gotta not know much about like either of them to be like, yeah, Godzilla, to be like, yeah, King Kong takes this. See, look, it's so ingrained in me that I know Godzilla would win that I even like when I'm trying to speak sarcastically, I keep saying Godzilla, like because it's like, yeah, Godzilla's gonna fucking win. Like,
yeah, he's fucking awesome.
With that being said, I do love Kong's story in this. I love when they get to the Hollow Earth.
Really?
Yeah, I love that part. I think it's really pretty and cool, and I love when he like goes into the cave of like his ancestors, and it's this massive space, and he sits down on the chair. He does like the cool like pose on the throne.
Yeah,
like
it's like an amphitheater.
Yeah, he does like that like Doctor Doom pose on a throne. It's awesome. It's so cool. Like King Kong is awesome in this, and this movie did make me love King Kong. I'll say, like, I've always been kind of neutral to King Kong as a monster, but I loved him in this. I thought he was super fun. I liked him a lot.
Yeah, I think that this movie was like really trying to prove. I mean, maybe they were planning the team up that's happening in this new one.
Yeah,
but like
the new one seems to be a buddy cop, which I'm here for.
Yeah, it was
it's
a
the
lot
other
more
guys,
like
but with Titans. You like aim for the bushes.
The Hong Kong fight is awesome, but a lot of it was just kind of like, hey, let's work together.
I point out that the Hong Kong fight literally looks like Night City in Cyberpunk. Like, it's so good looking. Like,
yeah,
like all like the neon like lit buildings. It actually reminded me. I think they did the same thing with the city at the end of Pacific Rim. Was really lit up. I don't think it was as neon, but it was really lit up, and that lighting really helps with them because, as usual, they look fucking amazing. The CG in the movie is incredible.
Yeah,
it's absolutely to die for.
It's awesome, and with the lighting and stuff, and that shot of them like roaring at each other. Like,
yes, my fear is that we're gonna end up hitting like Bayverse Transformers, where it starts to like degrade more and more.
Yeah,
is kind of my fear, but the new movie is looking good so far.
I think the best thing to do with these films is to not be afraid to shake it up. Like, you can have different genres. Like we've talked about, like Godzilla did like some horror shit, and Kong did like this, like, big huge set piece stuff. Like they all have like their own kind of feels to them.
Yes, even though they're all like related, they all feel incredibly different.
Yeah, they all make that visual style their own. But as long as we're not like, well, next year we'll see another MonsterVerse film and it will be directed by the same guy again.
Don't MCUify this shit.
No, because that's why these are so good. Like they're fun. to
Exactly. I could
see every
sit
couple of
down.
years.
I can pour myself a glass of bourbon, and I can watch some monsters fight.
And get yourself a nice G Fuel.
There
G
you
Fuel,
go.
find it at any
G
convenience
Fuel,
store.
go
or
get the
whatever.
Gundam flavor. I got it right next to me.
We got this.
Are you sure we can trust this guy?
Yeah, why? Well, mainly because he says crazy shit all the time and carries a bottle of whiskey from his dead wife like a gun.
I think it's romantic.
I really don't understand women.
I have a note here that says that the ancient astronaut theorists stay winning
Yeah,
because of Hollow Earth.
Yeah, you keep mentioning Hollow Earth. Hollow Earth.
And ancient astronaut theorists, because they keep winning. They can't keep getting away with it, dude. So, if you don't know,
Like-
ancient astronaut theorists is like the stupid stuff that they talk about on Ancient Aliens. My friends and I love watching Ancient Aliens because it's stupid, and you have to be stupid to like follow any of that, because literally they'll talk about one thing in one sentence and then be like, but, and then talk about something completely different, and it goes absolutely nowhere. It's really funny if you have like any like media comprehension, or can listen.
Right.
And they'll like always say like something like, "Is it possible that humans were created from lizards by an alien race?" Ancient astronaut theorists suggest the answer is yes. And we have a joke that, like, if you took a shot every time they said ancient astronaut theorists, you would be dead by the end of the episode.
What
That's
does that
not
even
even
mean?
a joke. That's definitely true. There was one episode they said it like 25 times or some shit. Like,
What is an ancient astronaut theorist?
conspiracy theorists.
Is that
But that's what
not
they
a
call
thing you get a
themselves,
degree
because
in.
the conspiracy theorist is derogatory and makes it sound like their viewer is a deranged nut job, because
Right.
they are. So like in this whole movie, I'm like, Hollow Earth, ancient astronaut theorists take another W yet again. Between this and the pyramids and Antarctica, I don't know why you guys read any more textbooks, because they're all lying to you. So
Yeah, that's what the King of the Monsters Antarctica scene needed, was some pyramids in the back.
yes, which I will have to show you that episode of Ancient Aliens, by the way, because it's insane.
Oh my god.
Of
I love it.
the Antarctic pyramid. It's an entire episode based around some guy saw a funny looking shape on Google Earth. Yeah, I'm serious. They also have one on the on Shadow People and the Hat Man. That one's the best.
The Hat Man.
They have an episode. That's the best episode. That's the best episode for sure.
Sounds like
But
BuzzFeed Unsolved.
back to Godzilla versus Kong and the constant W's that ancient astronaut theorists keep taking.
Yes.
I do like that they used like the King Ghidorah head in this, like they actually did something with it. But they also set up Destroya, and I keep wondering, where is Destroya? Where is he?
What do they do with him?
He's a
How do
fucking
they
cool
set him up?
monster. So his origin is the oxygen destroyer bomb.
Right, but what do they do here?
They don't. It's King Ghidorah's head. It's his consciousness in Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, but okay. So in the last one, you said they set up Destroya with that oxygen bomb.
Yes,
But now
then
you're saying in this one, what do they do with Destroya? Does he use King
No,
Ghidorah's
they
head
don't.
too?
I'm saying they set him up in the last movie, and nothing's come of it yet.
Oh, okay, all right. I thought you said
I can't remember what the post-credit scene in this one was.
Nothing. There isn't one.
Was there not one? There wasn't? Okay. Oh,
It's
you know why?
weird.
You know why? Because after this, their license with Toho was up. So they weren't sure if they'd be getting another one yet. I remember reading that.
Huh.
Yeah, but Toho like loved the movies, so they did renew it. They really like these movies, apparently.
Yeah, the new one is really a surprise that we're getting it. Like I was not expecting it.
Yeah, I kind of expected this to kind of be the last one, even if they did get it renewed. But I'm glad to see we're getting another, because I don't think these movies have actually been super profitable.
Really?
This one actually did pretty well. Budget 155 to 200 million. Box office 470.1 million.
Okay.
Which is
and that's
really
on streaming.
That's box office, so that's not streaming. So that's actually incredibly good.
Wow.
So this movie actually did very, very well. I feel like it was King of the Monsters kind of underperformed.
Okay.
Um,
I can see that. I really think that only like diehard fans really like went to see King of the Monsters because you know the monsters, like, oh, I want to see them.
yeah, I
But
feel that. I kind of only went to see it on a whim, honestly.
yeah, I don't think I
I
saw
think
it
it
in
was my
theaters.
buddy Kyle. His friend wanted to see it. King of
Okay.
the Monsters, and then we ended up going together, and we walked by a Target that like was shot up the week before. We were like, "Hey, this is a fun area." Um, so yeah, I think you might be right. I don't think it's necessarily diehard fans, but people who knew some sort of background at least.
Yeah. And
To
it's
like
a
the
shame because that's a
Godzilla
really
verse.
good one. That's probably my second favorite King of the Monsters.
Yeah, King of the Monsters is my favorite for sure.
It's just a fun movie and it has
Oh yeah,
good cat like human character. It's got a good story to it
yeah. No,
for the most part.
it's very enjoyable. Um,
And it takes place in Boston.
yeah, and
Hey.
well, no, yeah, King of the Monsters. God, I is that why the fucking green line keeps going down? It's got to be.
Yeah, it's King Ghidorah. His
Yeah, well,
spirit lives
the
on.
trains are down this week, and I got to figure out how to get into PAX. But
Oh god. Jesus
no,
Christ.
I have that sorted out. Um, but kind of looping back to the cast, I also just remembered Lance Reddick is in this. God rest his soul.
No, is he the guy at the beginning?
I forget actually who he is. He's only in like one or two scenes. He's in it very briefly.
Okay. Okay, so my first note is the black guy at the beginning supposed to be the guy from Kong Skull Island, the Monarch guy? And I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that
So
might be Lance Reddick.
he literally, he only has 7 seconds in the movie.
That's him. That's him. It
Um,
totally is. It looked like him.
but yeah, I remember being Lance Reddick. I was like, oh, I miss him.
Oh wow! I didn't. Wow.
Yeah, so that's Lance Reddick.
And is he that character? He's playing like an old version of him, right?
From King of the Monsters.
No. So remember the guy who was John Goodman's Monarch buddy, and he made it out and had at the end of the movie he had Brie, what's her name,
Oh,
Larson,
well,
and
it could be like his son or something. Then.
no, I think it was him. Can you Google this fucking shit?
Hold on.
I
Godzilla
think it was
versus
him
Kong
because
Wikipedia
they made him
cast.
older, and he would be older because that was Vietnam era, and this is now. So
Godzilla
he would be
versus
like,
Kong. Lance Reddick plays Gillerman from
okay,
Warhammer 40K.
I think it's him because I think they
Kong
called him Gil.
Skull Island cast. Uh, Corey Hawkins is Houston Brooks.
Oh no, tell me I'm wrong.
I think
Don't
you're
fucking
wrong. There's no one.
no, don't fucking tell me I'm wrong. Oh, I had it all planned out in my head.
Uh, the director of Monarch, Reddick's role was originally larger. Wingard stated there was a scene earlier in the film, a big boardroom scene where they're setting up the mission. He had a large role, but ultimately we didn't need that scene. He only appears in 2 brief scenes. Yeah, no, so he's the director of Monarch, which wouldn't really, well, I guess it could make sense that he could be related to that guy, but Goodman was originally the
Oh,
founder of Monarch. Um,
fuck God, that sucks.
is this your action Bible
No,
Hydra scene? Is this
no, absolutely not.
you
No,
sure?
nothing will ever beat that.
I'm still
I
upset
will
about
say though, I'll eat my words though, because in the last episode I was like, oh, it's a shame they don't do anything with that Ghidorah head, and I'm sorry I forgot about it.
it. Yeah, the
Because
Gator
it
head
is
sliced and
so
thorny.
fucking, it's like the crux of everything. What
Yeah,
did he
no,
say? They make it like a DJ booth. You could turn this thing into a DJ booth.
yeah, they did, and they're right. Actually, that would have been a cool DJ booth. I think it was really cool. He's inside the head, which it's fucking. He's just inside the fucking head of it, um, controlling it, and then it fucking fries his brain. And it's like Ghidorah's back, but in Godzilla, which is
Yeah,
so cool.
yeah, it's some cool shit. Yeah. What's your next note?
I'm gonna be honest. I have even less notes for this one because I was too busy watching Monkey get absolutely dog washed. I do think the most stressful scene in the movie is the first fight where he's on the boat and keeps trying not to drown as Godzilla drags him under.
It's awesome.
Is like that's like one of those scenes where like I like um I instinctively start like holding my breath like I'm underwater.
Yeah, Godzilla's a fucking beast underwater. I love the thought of him kicking his little feet to swim.
Yeah,
I don't know what.
that fight was so stressful for me. Even though I'm cheering for Godzilla, I was like, Godzilla, can you just let him go for a bit, maybe? Let him breathe, please.
Yeah, he was like, he didn't even play with his prey. He's just like, fuck it, I'm killing the monkey.
Yeah, fuck it, I'm killing this motherfucker. This motherfucker
His ape
off
is
that
dying.
island. I'm beating his ass.
And so there we go. There's a thing we can mention. So Godzilla comes for the monkey because he just senses him.
So remember how how like it was like the alpha brainwaves or whatever of Ghidorah made them fight, like attracted
Okay.
Godzilla to him. It's the
Okay.
same thing for this, but there was some because you know how like planes would crash and boats would wash up on the island of Kong Skull Island because it's like the lost island.
Yeah.
Whatever phenomena was doing that was basically blocking those like alpha brainwaves of King Kong from getting to Godzilla. So
Oh,
he
like
didn't
the
know he was
storm that
there.
surrounds it.
Yeah, exactly. Was like sort of stopping that from happening. But then
Okay.
they need to get him out because as far as they know, Godzilla's attacking places randomly. But no, he's
Right.
attacking the places where they have the King Ghidorah head. Because he can sense them turning it on.
Oh, that's why he was going nuts at the beginning.
Yes, because they were testing it.
Okay. And so, but that's not why they brought Kong out. They brought him out because he was
they
too
brought
big.
Kong out to fight. No, he was starting to get too big, yeah, but they brought him out because they were like, Godzilla keeps attacking places. We need a weapon against him. There's only one other person or one other like Titan that could possibly take him on. We now know that as
Really?
well.
Because I thought that hold on. Okay, wait. I thought that they brought him
So
out because the
it was
dude.
that, and then it was also that. Then it was like they also needed him. No, sorry, that was one of the things they were talking about, and then it was that they needed Kong to get them to Hollow Earth, to lead them to
Right, to
Hollow
lead
Earth.
this expedition into the Hollow Earth.
Right. I should have taken more notes, but I was so glued to my screen.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
But
We learned
yeah,
together.
because the company, like the weapons company led by Discount Al Pacino. I can't remember his name. He just kind of looks like Al Pacino to me.
I don't know at all who he was.
I can't remember his name, but I liked him. The like CEO of like the weapons manufacturer. I liked him a lot. He did a great job. Um, because they needed like a power source for Mechagodzilla, which ended up being like the rocks and stuff that were there in Hollow Earth.
Okay. Was it really? Because they never brought them home, right?
They
Maybe they did. Maybe
so
they
it
did get
was they sent back. This part was really weird. I remember being like, this is kind of strange. They sent back like data to the company that allowed them to actually fully power Mechagodzilla. It wasn't like they brought back a rock. I think they sent like some material data so they could synthesize their own or something like that.
They like
It was kind of
scanned.
it was kind of a hey, just don't worry about it. They could use Mechagodzilla now. Like I'm just whatever. Let's move on, right? Like
Futuristic
I'm not
technology.
gonna think about it too hard. I'm just gonna get ready for this sick ass fight that's about to happen.
And sick ass fight it was. I mean, I'm almost parked and I can read what I had, but I had like notes on certain things that were fucking awesome. Like those first person shots in the ship flying by Kong's mouth were so cool.
Oh yeah, it was like a POV shot.
It was
It
like
was
the
really
fucking
cool.
Universal confrontation of the olden days, where you're just kind of like, "Oh, we're driving by his fucking open mouth. It's terrifying." Like
Yeah.
it was, and then there's the fucking. Oh my god, it's all coming back. When Kong climbs a building and Godzilla just beams it in half,
It's
and he goes falling off. Like, what the fuck? Who was
it's awesome.
choreographing this awesome scene? It's so
I
cool.
love when Godzilla grabbed like a what's her name, the like CEO's daughter who was an asshole, and like
Yeah,
just randomly shot at him and then tried to fly away. He just fucking kills her. Like immediately she's just gone. I loved that. I was like, damn, no fanfare or nothing. She's just gone.
nothing. Just
That's
yeah.
awesome.
And probably the coolest fucking thing that Godzilla does in this is beams a fucking hole into the ground.
Yeah, yeah, all the way through the fucking hollow earth. It's crazy.
Like, how
He's
does
just
he?
like, it's like, motherfucker, I can sense you at the Earth's core. I'm going to shoot you.
It's so
It's
fucking cool.
awesome.
Oh my god,
It's so good, dude.
he's great. All right, let's see. Now I can address my notes.
I do
So,
also want to say one other thing that a little Easter egg at the when they test Mechagodzilla again when like Brian Tyree Henry, Millie Bobby Brown, and John Deadpool 2 are there. Um,
uh,
and they have him kill a monster, and what he kills is one of the skull crawlers from Skull Island.
yeah. See, that's a thing that I totally would have forgotten about because it had been so long since I'd seen Skull Island. But it's just this way that it all, like, carries over. It's so cool to see that.
It's like some sort of connected sequel.
It's like some
Whoa!
kind of
It's like
MonsterVerse.
some kind of Godzilla versus Kong. Whoa!
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
It's a Titan scalp.
No, 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 no. That's not just any Titan. That's Monster Zero.
Ghidorah.
It's a psionic uplink that follows his will. Oh, Apex, what have you done?
Your notes?
Well, yeah, so let me look at these. So my first one I had was, is Godzilla just glowing constantly because of Mothra energy? Like he
I
glows.
think he's just sort of always in fight mode in this movie. Like the
It's
entire time, he's like, "I'm coming here to kill shit."
it's weird. Like he doesn't have to really charge up. He can just beam over and over. And he's just like a different Godzilla. I also read actually online that it was maybe because he got so radioactive, like melty in the last one.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because it's very clear he's getting a new sort of like Super Saiyan 2 form.
Yeah, like a
In
whole new
this,
form.
so I in the upcoming movie, so I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. Like that combined with Mothra energy, I wouldn't be surprised. It's like, yeah, he's just sort of just stronger now, and then he's going to get even stronger with this new one where he's going to become pink.
Right. He becomes pink and Kong gets a robot arm.
Yeah, which I'm excited for. Actually, I'm really excited for that. That like mecha arm thing.
This is
They're
gonna be
they're
so
they're they're like,
cool.
man, how do I make Godzilla stronger? Give him bigger arm.
Let's see. The sound is still really, really bad. So much dialogue sounds like it was like ADR'd. Like it just doesn't sound like actual talking. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't actually. There's
Like
so
I
much
know,
monster content. I kind of fell asleep when the people came on.
right? In the other movies, we thought that too. That it was like it gets so loud and then so quiet. I don't know why they can't balance these movies for shit. But that's like the worst part is the sound isn't that great. I mean, the sound design is great,
I feel
but
like audio mixing these days is something that gets left behind. I also
yeah,
kind of wonder if like it's something stupid like you know how people watch their movies on their TV, but it's like you need to turn off game mode or whatever.
yeah,
You know, I almost wonder if it's something like that. Like everyone just has some setting on, or something that just fucks with stuff and it's like no one ever notices.
It could be. It could be. But Jesus, I don't know what was going on. So we need to address the Chekhov's gun you were talking about.
Yes. Chekhov's fucking gun in this fucking movie. That probably angered me more than Millie Bobby Brown's performance, actually.
So what exactly is it? Is it the
you don't know what Chekhov's gun is?
Yes, no, you explained it.
Yeah.
But you said that it was so easy to tell.
Yeah.
And I
So
want
do you
to
know at the beginning when he shows like, yeah, this flask that my wife got me that's shaped like a gun.
Okay.
I always keep it with me. And then at the end, they spilled the Chekhov's gun fucking flask all over the panel, and then that's what fucks up Mechagodzilla, so Godzilla and Kong can fucking kill it.
All right.
And
so
I remember watching this and being like, are you fucking serious? I was actually so fucking angry. I love everything else about the movie, but then I also immediately forgot because then I watched them fuck up Mechagodzilla, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm like right back to it. But that that completely takes me out of the movie.
So interestingly, right at the beginning, because I knew to watch for this, and I thought it was going to be his hand sanitizer, because that was such a weird line. Like, hey, you want to try some hand sanitizer? I made it from my garden.
I mean, to be fair, basically every line with him when you first meet him is completely insane. Like, remember they find him because he like showers with bleach?
Mm-hmm.
Or they called the Deadpool 2 kid fluoride because he drinks tap water.
Right. No, they call him tap water.
Oh yeah, tap water. Yeah, sorry. But there's fluoride in it. You're drinking tap water. You can't do that. And it's like for Brian Tyree Henry's character, it makes sense. He's totally new. He's established as just a conspiracy theorist.
Mm-hmm.
Millie Bobby Brown's character was not really established like that. And it feels so weird for her to just be like, I don't drink tap water because of the fluoride. Where did this come from? You're like 14.
See, with her, I feel like it could have been more, oh, she looks into this stuff, she studies it so that she knows that he's crazy. But it came off more like she was also crazy.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's because she is.
Which is so weird. Because, like, maybe that's why her dad doesn't
you know
talk
what
to
they
her.
should have done to, like, actually have a post-credit scene is, like, they should have had something like, do you know the movie, Conspiracy Theorist? The Mel Gibson movie?
No.
So it plays, he's a conspiracy theorist who's he's a cab driver in New York who is a conspiracy theorist and constantly just talks about nonsense. And he has this one, his like current one that he's ranting about is that NASA is planning to kill the president, right?
Oh.
And eventually people start chasing after him because something is right. We don't know which one it is, but something is right. Turns out it's none of them. And the spoiler alert, the whole plot twist is that he's like a Jason Bourne, like a secret assassin, and he didn't even know it or whatever.
Okay.
But
like
at the end, so like because he like went rogue, they found him and they're trying to kill him now. This like organization he was a part of. And at the very end of the movie, it turns out also he happened to be right that NASA was going to kill the president because they killed the president. And that's the end of the movie. It's fucking insane. And I think they totally should have done something where they just show people pouring fluoride in the water at the end, and that would have been really funny.
Like just a Simpsons gag.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
happening.
no, technically, he was right about this one. Like, I think it would have been funny if they did something like that.
That would be really good. Because then it would be one of those like Marvel-esque. Oh, why did I stay through the credits for this?
Oh,
Marvel
F.
No, Marvel-esque. What am I saying wrong?
you had a lisp there. F.
I always
don't.
do. Yeah, I do. I have a bit of a lisp.
No, you don't. I've known you for like fucking 16 years. You've never had a lisp.
I always do. Marvel-esque. Say it.
Marvel-esque.
I hate you. How does one sedate a big monkey? That's my note.
Big tranquilizer. Look,
They just go-
Big Monkey is a myth perpetuated by Big Trank to sell more tranquilizers.
they do it well.
They do it real well. I bought
Kong
15.
looks so cool on the boat.
Yes,
like
he does.
just the
The
visuals.
I mean, as usual, the lighting in this movie is really good, and I love it there with like the sunset as they're on the boats. That whole scene kind of reminds me of Evangelion when you first meet Asuka and they fight on top of like aircraft carriers as she like jumps between them.
Okay.
Let's take a shot in the dark here and say you probably haven't seen Evangelion.
Nope.
See if I can find
Is
it
it a
Eva Unit 02.
is it a show movie?
Yes, it's so it has a movie which actually just recently came to theaters in North America for the first time ever, just for like one day.
Oh, the one about the stars and the
No, that's Gurren Lagann. That's the one I saw, which is better.
Oh, okay.
Both actually have similar theming, but they're presented differently. When you get the chance, check the chat. I put a GIF there. But of the Eva Unit 02 jumping between like battleships
Oh my
and
God!
carriers, and this is what
That's
it kind
totally
of reminded me of. So first of all, we're gonna have to watch Evangelion. That's one of the most like influential pieces of like not even just mecha media, just media to ever come out of Japan. It really is up there with the likes of like Gundam. Like it's that big of a deal.
That looks just like it.
Yes, and so that whole scene reminded me a lot of this, which is one of my favorite scenes in Evangelion. It's just a cool scene.
All right, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
We're gonna have to watch Evangelion.
I'll watch Evangelion with you.
All right, cool.
So, um, but yeah, he looked really cool. I liked when they had when you first meet the bad guy's daughter, and like they're standing there when Skarsgård is afraid to walk up to Kong, and he's just like in the background, like kind of foggy in the night, and he's just a big fucking ape.
Oh yeah,
Just sitting there.
he's so cool looking.
Yeah, I like Kong. I really do.
No,
He's a
I do
cool
too.
dude.
I do too. I do too. It's just that he's a fraud when put up against my goat. That's just how it is. Don't come for the king.
Oh my god.
Like
I had Godzilla murdered hundreds on those boats.
oh no, yeah, no. There's Godzilla. Godzilla killed a lot of fucking people in this.
He drove through so
But
many boats.
I think it's also worth noting that Godzilla has never cared about the collateral damage in any of the movies. He very much has not. Kong kind of seems to. You know, he definitely seems to try a little bit harder. Obviously, in the middle of a fight with Godzilla, there's really nothing he can do about it.
Mhm.
But he does seem to be a bit more careful about what he does.
Yeah, because I think Kong just has more of a connection to people.
But yeah, it said that like the Kongs were the protectors of ancient humanity.
Yeah. He's a friendly monkey.
And Kong likes people because he has his little deaf friend.
Who has a little Kong.
Yeah, who has a little Kong and does little Kong sign language. Lynn, she does. What's the longest? Hold on. Ape's longest sign language sentence. I forget what it is, but hold on, the joke's gonna pay off. Hold on. Hold on. Where is it? No. What was the fucking sentence? Yes. Here we go. The longest sentence. Give orange me, give eat orange me, eat orange, give me, eat orange, give me you. That's what they do.
What?
That's the longest quote unquote sentence that they ever got out of an ape named Nim that they taught sign language. Because some 3 sign quotations like apple me eat, banana Nim eat, and then he has some like 4 sign quotations: eat Nim, eat drink, eat crepe, eat Nim, me Nim, eat me. Like yeah, so
Eat me.
so yeah, that's the longest sentence ever spoken. Whenever I see like an ape doing sign language, that's all I can think of. Give orange me, give eat orange me, eat orange, give me, eat orange, give me you.
Give me orange, give me orange, give me.
Give orange me, give eat orange me, eat orange, give me, eat orange, give me you.
That's the name of the episode.
I'll put it in the chat.
Good God.
Yeah, I'll throw the wiki page there for you too.
That's great. Oh,
Look, he's
poor
wearing human
Nim.
clothes in the picture.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Wow.
That I would have named him Coco Jumbo, but that's just me.
Nim Chimpsky.
Yeah. Isn't he wonderful?
Oh my God. Oh, motherfucker. Well, let's see. Silly Monkey jumps on boats. Godzilla doesn't get hurt by anything.
The axe
remember
is
when the
cool.
remember when the monkey puked?
That was awesome. Yeah, he throws up all the water.
I do like when he takes a scoop full of fish out and he's all happy.
Yeah.
He's just like delicious.
I like the axe and how it's made of like a spine of Godzilla.
Yeah, what is the point of that? Does that mean that they fought a Godzilla?
Yeah, no, they used to war.
Okay.
Used to war with each other, like back in the days of the Titans.
Okay, I gotcha.
And so, and also the whole thing with the axe is that he can, it absorbs like the atomic breath,
Yes, that's sick.
which is like really, really cool.
Because
Like,
it balances it out. Because people
yeah,
would think,
and it's like, oh look, he can hold his own, and they're like, guess round 2 goes to Kong. Yeah, not for fucking long.
yeah,
Watch
it
this
didn't
fraud get
even.
dog washed immediately after. Absolutely shit on, bro. You fraud. You're a
Fraud.
fraud. You're nothing. You're nothing. You're no talent.
You
Who the
know,
fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? I want Godzilla up to Atlantis. Who the fuck are you?
this
Real honest,
Dr.
respect,
Charago.
silence from which Titans are born. Nothing.
You nothing.
I'm like a sleeper agent. When I hear the word nothing, I just go, you're nothing.
You
I'm a sleeper agent, dude. Every time I hear it, I got to do the bit.
How do people look right at the atomic breath?
What do you mean?
Like, people just stare into it when he's doing it, and they're like,
Yeah,
whoa.
do you mean should it be like a nuclear bomb?
Yeah, right?
I would say the force of a nuclear bomb is probably stronger, and like the light it produces is like the atomic breath just comes because it's like super powerful and like radiation energy. I don't think it's like the force of an atomic bomb.
And how does it not radiate the area?
Oh
Like,
no, it probably does, yeah. But like, don't ask questions. Just it looks cool.
Godzilla's presence near humans would make so
Would
much.
give like hyper cancer. Yeah, probably.
Everyone's dying really fast.
Oh yeah,
Billy
I feel
Bobby
like
Brown
more
is
people
fucked.
die in this universe than are born. Like people are like rabbits in this universe or something. I don't know.
Do you feel Godzilla looks different now than he did in 2014? This was an interesting note. I think he's like had a different look now.
Kind of, but like I know what you mean, but I can't put my finger on it at the same time.
Like he used to be. I think it might have to do with the fact that there's more like big monsters now. Like when he was just the huge thing, he looked like thicker and kind of more like rounded, like more iguana like.
Yes.
And now he's kind of like slimmed out to just look like a more, I don't know, a bit more dinosaur like.
I
Maybe I'm
want to
crazy.
say is I'm wondering if he got bigger. It doesn't look like he did, at least not that I can tell. It looks like he's 108 meters tall. And then in Godzilla Resurgence in 2016, there was a kaiju that was 118.5. In Godzilla Planet of the Monsters, which is like that anime film, he's over 300 meters tall,
Jeez.
which is fucking insane. And now I kind of want to watch that. I heard it wasn't very good, but I want to see it just for that sheer size. Like that's like the size of like, at the end of the Cloverfield paradox, how they come back to their universe and the monster from Cloverfield like bursts through the clouds.
No, I didn't see Paradox.
That's fine. You're not missing out on much except for that ending scene.
Oh, we're gonna watch it.
Oh boy, it's a movie. Supposedly wasn't going to be related to Cloverfield at all. That J.J. Abrams just slapped the name onto it. It's a fine movie. It's just why is it Cloverfield? But yeah, I kind of want to see that now. But this doesn't say that he isn't bigger in this movie, but he almost feels a little bigger.
Huh.
Hold on. Godzilla grew from 108 meters to 119.8 meters in height. Confirm Godzilla's profile on the Monarch Science's website. Oh. Oh? When did this happen? Huh.
What are we learning?
I guess so. The Monarch Sciences account was like a account they promoted like the movies as if it was Monarch. At one point, it apparently is now Monarch Unlocked. It says this account no longer belongs to Monarch; it belongs to the truth. Soon the rest will surface, and I assume this is a result of the Monarch show. And the last time they posted was November of last year. So, getting ready for Monarch and for this new movie. And there's like monster sighting Skull Island 1973, and it's a giant like spider. Mudo activity reported on Skull Island. The
What?
Mudo. Yeah. So there's actually some interesting stuff.
It's like an ARG.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like it definitely is. And I've completely forgotten
Why
where I
you're
was
here.
going at this because I'm like completely mesmerized. They're actually talking about Bill Randa, like John Goodman's character, in like the last footage of him. Huh.
So, okay, I will say I started watching the first episode of Monarch, and it does have John Goodman in it for a moment. It's weird because it doesn't really. I don't know how it would connect to Skull Island, but basically he like was sidetracked from the rest of the group and got involved with like a monster fight, and he threw some documents into the sea thinking he was going to die and then didn't there. But then he's like, oh fuck, my files. And then his files get picked up in modern day. It seems like an interesting show. I'll probably watch more of it, but I just wanted to briefly see like how it connects. What I think the coolest thing about that show is that Kurt Russell and his son play the same character in different time periods, and that's really neat.
I also would like to say, happy 50th anniversary to Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. By the way, that's today.
Wow.
I just noticed because it was trending.
Wow. Well,
so
how about that?
Happy 50th anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Mechagodzilla, cool. Oh yeah. Remember I mentioned that one of the most stressful scenes was like them fighting in the water. Another really stressful scene in this movie is when like it does the drill tail thing to like King Kong, like it's what's gonna go into his like his throat or his eye or something. Like its tail starts spinning up, and like it reminded me of like the eye needle scene from Dead Space 2.
Yes.
I was like,
yeah, he does some awesome shit. One of the first
this
things it
Mechagodzilla
does,
is super cool. I do want to say
sends
that I think
missiles at Godzilla. Go ahead.
I do kind of feel like they shot themselves in the foot with the trailer for this movie because it was like, oh, Godzilla versus Kong, but they literally show like a schematic of Mechagodzilla in the trailer, and it's like, why would you show that? Like immediately, everyone's like, oh, it's going to be Mechagodzilla. Okay. Like because like everyone knows they're gonna end up teaming up. Like if in a movie like this, that is what happens. Is that they team up, right? That's just what happens in movies like this because they're not gonna kill off like one or the other because they're both big deals. So why would you show what the actual threat is gonna be?
I think they also had a toy leak of Mechagodzilla.
There was a toy leak, yes, but a toy leak is one thing because not everyone is really gonna see that, honestly, except for the diehard fans.
True.
Actually just straight up showing it in your trailer, where even I was like, that's Mechagodzilla. And even then, that was on, because when a new trailer comes out, I watch it twice. Or like, I'll watch it once just phone's like, all right, now I'm going to watch again and really absorb it. And
Okay.
even it was on the second watch of the original trailer that I saw the Mechagodzilla like panel. But in my first watch, I already got it because they mentioned a battery. And I'm like, oh, it's Mechagodzilla. And I'm not really a diehard like Godzilla fan, but even I was like, oh, it's gonna be Mechagodzilla then. Okay.
Huh. Well, I'm going into this new one fairly blind. I saw the first ever
I'm
trailer.
wondering who the real villain is.
Yeah.
Because they show the Scar King, but then they show some white eyes in a cave, and I don't know who that is.
Isn't it some big snake thing?
Is it? I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it.
Oh,
That's
I thought
why
I saw.
I'm like so excited, because I don't really know what the villain's gonna be in this one. I'm pretty excited for that. It's probably not Destroya though.
Probably not.
Probably not
Wouldn't that be
Destroya, and it's definitely
badass,
not
though?
Biolante. If they had any balls, they do Biolante next.
All right, I'll bite. Who's Biolante?
Okay, so Biolante is a monster. I put it in the chat. You want to take a look? Is a classic Godzilla monster that is a combination of DNA of like Godzilla, a rose, and humans. I think
Oh my god.
there might be something else in there, but it's one of the freakiest looking monsters in all of Godzilla, and I love it for that.
Why did you have this GIF available so fast?
I literally just looked up Biolante in the GIF search bar.
Holy crap, he's scary.
I want to find exactly what Biolante was Godzilla's first opponent in the Heisei series of films. First major monster of the franchise to be plant-based rather than animal-based or mechanical. It was born out of Dr. Genichiro Shirogami's splicing of Godzilla cells into a rose that he had already spliced his dead daughter's cells into.
Oh my god.
Causing it to mutate at an accelerated pace and become a giant flower monster with the consciousness of Shirogami's daughter still inside. Biolante initially took form of the colossal rose rooted in Lake Ashi, where she was confronted by Godzilla and defeated. However, Biolante later returned in her larger and more deadlier plant beast form and attacked Godzilla at Wakasa Bay in an intense battle where both monsters were badly injured and forced to retreat. After a second battle with Godzilla, Biolante dispersed into the atmosphere, and in Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, it is hypothesized that some of her cells escaped the atmosphere and eventually led to the birth of Space Godzilla. She's only been featured in one film to date, but she's incredibly popular. This is all from the Wikizilla, by the way.
That is some horror shit.
No, yeah, Biolante is like terrifying.
That's horrible.
Literally only in one movie, but is like when people talk about their favorite kaiju, Biolante comes up a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, and I would love to see Biolante again. I think Biolante, there's a lot of kind of stuff they could do with this. Biolante comes up a lot when people talk about their favorite monsters. Megalon also comes up a lot. Megalon's kind of silly. I like Megalon.
That would be really cool if they were like, this is the second time she's ever been featured.
Yeah, and honestly, I'll say, I didn't know she was only in the one film. I knew about Biolante for years because Biolante is just so popular. I had no idea she was only in one movie, and I think that says a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, Biolante is popular. Megalon is pretty popular.
Yeah, Megalon I like. He's got the drill hands.
Yeah, the Gurren Lagann hands.
The drop kick. That fucking drop kick.
Yeah, Megalon and I mentioned Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla, I know a lot of people don't like the Space Godzilla movie. And I understand that. I've heard it's not very good. But everyone seems to love Space Godzilla's design, which I also love. He has like crystals coming out of him. He's really cool. They're like space crystals. It's awesome.
Jeez. Why'd you just send me a gif of him tearing down a house?
That wasn't me. That was Alan.
Oh my god! Why is Alan?
That was Alan in the chat.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Biolente is super cool, and I want to see them do something with Biolente in the future, as I'm sure many people do. It's like a thorough. Like, I'm not really scared of any of like the Godzilla monsters, but Biolente is like legitimately like creepy as hell.
Yeah, that
It's like
is
it really is thoroughly disturbing. God, the way it moves, even like. Anyways, yeah, Biolente, do that next.
Yeah. Put her in there, you cowards, you fucking cowards.
Put me in, coach.
Let's see. I have a lot of fucking notes, but some of them are just stupid and dumb. I was like, what was the snake thing that he killed? What about the fucking thing? Why did the kid have to say Mecha Godzilla? Like, it's just I'm nitpicking here, but honestly, it's pretty good. I I wrote down this note, and I think this is a very good summary of what we're doing. It's really cool to be watching these movies again. I obviously didn't pay enough attention the first time around and had too many questions that seemed ignorant. But now I've gotten to see how the movies have always been connected and carried over certain characters. And even though the themes and genres of each movie have felt a little disjointed, it's cool to see it all come together. And I think that's the perfect summary for this shit.
Yeah, I posted a Godzilla meme in the chat. You should look at it.
Well,
Yeah. Anyways.
what the fuck?
And now, my maker. It's not only Godzilla's equal, but his superior. The apex titan of my own hand. It's time to show the world what you can do.
Oh my god.
Yes, I agree with whatever you said.
Thanks. Tywin Lannister's not in this movie. The eco terrorists are the last one. God, why did Millie Bobby Brown's dad come back? You're just sending memes.
Well, no,
What the
this
fuck
one is just something I saw. I was waiting for you to finish, where some point out that the new Alien Romulus poster mimics that of Godzilla, Shin Godzilla. Which, by the way, that is the best poster ever. That just says "God help us" with the lower
Yeah,
jaw
that's
of Godzilla.
scary.
Is literally my favorite movie poster of all time. But that
Scary.
they're mimicking it. On the
That's
topic of Godzilla.
I'm excited for that Alien movie.
Apparently, was it James Cameron and someone else saw it and were like, "Wait, this is actually good." Like, I think it was, yeah, something like that.
It looks like it's going to go back to its roots of actual horror stuff.
I only know Alien and Aliens, and from what I know, that's all I really need to know.
Yeah.
Oh, I also know Alien Isolation. I know that, which is very good. But I think it was the original was it Ridley Scott and I think James Cameron were the two that were like, yeah, this is actually good.
Yeah, Ridley Scott's producing it, so I would hope that.
Then it probably wasn't Ridley Scott then. Probably someone else. I can't remember.
I like
I don't
James
know.
Cameron.
Poster looks cool. Yeah, he made the Blue People.
And The Abyss, which you love.
You mean the best movie ever? Yeah. The 4-hour director's cut that I've seen like 15 times.
God.
Watch it for free on Xfinity on demand. Yeah, real shit.
What about 1, 2, 3 movies?
1, 2, 3 movies. I did not have to watch this on F2 movies or 1, 2, 3 movies for that. This one was just on HBO Max. I'm not calling it Max. Screw you.
Oh.
I'll be cold dead in the ground. Or I'll be cold dead in the ground when I call it X. And I'll be cold dead in the ground when I call it Max. Shut up.
I don't hate Max. I've come around to it.
Cringe. But yeah, I didn't have to like look all over the place. And I mentioned to you I was really pissed off like 2-3 weeks ago. Like Kong Skull Island and Godzilla 2014 both like came to Netflix or whatever.
Yes.
And I was like, are you fucking serious? Really? Now?
that that happened right before I put up the first episode, so I made a note of it. I was like, you could actually get it now, but much to DJ's dismay, you could not get them at
Hey,
the
man,
time.
2 movies did not provide adequate viewing experience. Um, but yeah, Godzilla versus Kong, awesome. I'm so excited for Godzilla X Kong. I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, are we like, are do we are we kind of wrapping it?
I think so.
I'm like, is this like a shorter one just because we really liked it? I mean, I'm
So
looking at notes, but like, I like this one. I love how Godzilla hates Kong so much he burned into the Earth's core to yell at him when
yeah,
Mechagodzilla is a block away.
yeah, it was awesome. He's like, did that motherfucker just pick up an axe? No, you didn't. That's it. I'm digging a hole. Awesome.
Godzilla crawling along the ground and then scratching up Kong was awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Godzilla pulled out those bitch nails. It was awesome, dude.
Um, Godzilla just wanted him to submit and realize he's the king of the monsters. Kong lost like a pussy.
like only a Kong could.
And then the last thing I noticed was every one of these movies has this, or maybe not. Well, yeah, most of them have like the fight happens, and then it's just like, oh, everyone's reunited, and then Godzilla walks into the sea.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love watching Godzilla walk into the sea.
Like maybe this.
Look, man, Godzilla is a very like I love to see him come, but I love to watch him go kind of deal. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's cool when Godzilla walks into the ocean. It's also cool when Godzilla walks out of the ocean.
I have this note
It's like
too.
that video of where it's like, "Give me the people, free my soul," and as the guy like walks into a lake and just disappears into it.
Yes, I do know it.
Like that's what it's like, and I love that video.
Yeah, I wrote Mechagodzilla is awesome, but seeing that man come when he used the beam was odd.
Well,
Um,
okay, look, man, I really like the beam. Like why you gotta put me in your notes?
Also, I don't know if this was like accurate, but this was from my old notes. Runtime of fights 0.5 of 2 hours. Was it really only a half hour of fights total in this movie? It doesn't seem
I
accurate.
wouldn't be surprised.
Huh. But
I would
hey,
say so. I would say that
we
probably
definitely
tracks.
we saw Godzilla way earlier than we have in other movies.
And I was gonna say, I would also say, I'm willing to bet that's still more than in the others.
Yeah, yeah, probably. And my last thing I'll say is, where's my dad's notes?
Where's my dad?
So my dad back in 2021 said such things as, quote, he's disrespectful. He doesn't give a shit about people. He throws a shit fit and messes things up. You always know where you stand with Kong.
That seems like
And
we know pretty well where we stand with Godzilla as well.
yeah, this is pretty much the same.
Yeah, like I'd say it's exactly the same. Like, yeah, I know exactly where I stand with the both of them. Like, yeah, Kong's gonna try not to kill me. Godzilla doesn't particularly care, but like, stay out of his way. I think it's pretty clear where you stand with both of them.
Yeah,
I'd rather stand with either of them than any other Titan.
true. Well, Methuselah
Oh, I love Mothra. I just thought
and
about
Mothra.
Mothra. I just thought about Mothra.
He's just sobbing.
I'm gonna cry, bro. I'm gonna fucking cry. Honestly, bad movie, no Mothra.
Yeah, I'll just cut it there. I mean, not really, but like, I'm good. I'm good to just say, you know what? And honestly, the good thing is I did come away from this movie liking it more than this note I had written back in 2021. Quote, this is some dumb sci-fi shit. Fuck this MonsterVerse. This ain't worth
And
it.
you know what? If you told me back then, I'd have told you, yeah, that's the point.
But you know what? Seeing it again, I love it. I love it so much. And yeah, I'm really fucking excited to see the next one. Do you have our tickets yet?
No, not yet. We usually end up getting them like a week in advance or so.
Okay.
I mean, they just went on
Well,
sale. I'm not super concerned.
well, for you listening at home, you're gonna be hearing this next Monday.
And you're
when
next.
you're next.
Godzilla's getting your ass next.
God help us.
God help us all.
So we're gonna be. Hopefully, this will be up on Monday, but we're at PAX, so I mean, I may not get
PAX
to
East
it.
time.
PAX East time.
It's gonna be a fun one.
I hope so. I hope.
They got like Final Fantasy 16 content there, and New Blood is back, so we got some good booths.
And Nintendo's there.
And yeah, anyways.
But then, then it may be a little bit before we get out the next one because the following week the movie comes out. No, the following Wednesday is our plan to see the movie.
Yeah, it comes out the 29th, which is next Friday. Our plan is to see it April 3rd, which is the Wednesday after.
Right. So you'll probably have like 2 weeks in between. And I mean, we won't be taking notes, obviously, while we see the movie, but we can like do the podcast the next day.
I'll have like a notebook and pen. I'll have one of those like lights that clips on to the front of my notebook.
A Game Boy light.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly like that.
We should go into the theater with like a little night light. Oh my god.
I would kick someone's ass if they did that.
Well, I was gonna say the next night we would do it, but you're gonna hate the reason why I can't do it the next night. I'm gonna be at an AJR.
My father was a fireman who fought fires so violent. Shut up!
I'm cutting all of this out.
That on paper and was like, yeah.
So then maybe the next night.
These are
maybe
break every member of AJR like a twig.
Maybe the next night we will
break them
record
with my
podcast.
bare fucking hands.
Thank you so much for listening.
They're nothing. They're no talent.
Thank you so much for listening to Beyond the MonsterVerse across the spider.
Thank you so much for listening to Give Orange Me Give Eat Orange Me Eat Orange Give Me Eat Orange Give Me You.
I will see you in the next one. Oh, Christ.
The habitat's not going to hold much longer.
We need to start thinking about off-site solutions.
The island is the one thing that's kept him isolated. If he leaves, Godzilla will come for him. There can't be two Alpha Titans. The whole theory of an ancient rivalry stems from Iwi mythology.
He's gotten too big over time. This environment won't sustain much longer. It's too unstable.
Off-site would be a death sentence.
You don't think the king could take care of himself?
There has to be another way.